Hello, this is Arturelia. Oh boy.
What?
This is okay. Hello, this is Arturelia movie/TV room discussions. Finally, I got that right. Today we're going to talk about. Well, I've only got one, but we're going to talk about underrated TV show/movies that were underrated. I think and don't get the popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna roll with that too. This was kind of a spur of the moment for me, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies that I feel are pretty underrated, and I think you've only seen one of them.
I think just one.
Wait, you might have been here for the other one.
Wait, let me see your list. What is that? Wait.
I can't tell you.
Well, I'm basically going to agree with Moot because he has the movies, I have the animes, and TV. You know, it just doesn't matter. I mean, I mostly agree.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, no. Anyways, I like everything.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
What's your show, man? What's your show? TV show?
Okay, this is an anime that came out a decade ago. Didn't get dubbed until like later. The Gray Man. It's set in an alternate version of the 1890s,
where
exorcists fight these so-called akumas, which apparently, if a person dies in a level, this demon or akuma will come up to the person that's grieving and will ask if they want to see them again. Now,
that sounds creepy.
Now, when they do, this skull-type robot body appears. And then when he puts the soul,
really creepy.
Yeah, and then when he puts the soul in there, it really hates that the person brought him back to life and then kills the guy.
This is why I watched Johnny Bravo as a kid.
Well, this was like after Johnny Bravo.
But I watched Johnny Bravo after Johnny Bravo.
That makes like no sense. But anyways, so these exorcists in Europe, they're actually all over the world because apparently something happened during the Noah's Ark period. And so these exorcists around the world fighting them, and the main kid, Alan,
out of Christ's compassion,
along with the other characters, are fighting off these Akuma that are going to basically destroy the world and just kill every humans. I like the fact that it's set in an 1890s period, but it's alternate.
Not really a big fan of the 90s. Of the
1890s?
Still the 90s. Of the 1800s. I mean, what cool happened into the 1800s?
Technology got better. I think the phone, the phone came around in the 70s.
Al Capone was born.
Was he?
I think he was born in 1899.
The worst guy was born, Stalin, like 1890.
Yeah, he's probably the worst.
Well, at least the mafia hated Nazis. But here's the thing. In this alternate tale, actually, to tell you the truth, even though it's alternate, the countries like Britain, France, they all like still exist, like Big Ben. Even in the new series, The Gray Man Hollow, Big Ben. It's just that you have like people with jeans, you know, like that's what's so altered about it. Like it's not it has some of the 1800s clothing, but you also have like these people that dress up in jeans and robots too. So that's definitely altered.
I am lost, but I'll take your word on it.
Well, good. I just think it's it's a shonen. I'm sure you know most of the shonen, but I just feel like it's underrated. I mean, I think it's really good. I mean, if people get tired of it, okay, but if I liked it, I like the characters. So, yeah, I think it's underrated. I actually do need to mention one other show that I forgot to add. But there's another anime called Moggy. It's about Aladdin. Now, I kind of...
Prince Ali, fabulous he.
I mean, it's not really talked about a lot. Have you heard of Fairy Tail?
Have I heard of Fairy Tail? I've heard plenty of Fairy Tales.
Okay, well, sad part is this show hasn't really talked about that much. It's about Aladdin, but it's different. I think it's really good.
Fabulous.
I mean, there were points... There was this one time where the story kind of did this twist, like... Yeah, do you ever get that feeling? It's like...
Django!
You ever get that feeling when there's like a twist?
No.
And it's kind of like... Okay, you know?
Yes. I've got that feeling.
That's kind of how it felt, but then after that, it kind of fixes itself. Like, you kind of understand what happens. But, I mean, maybe that was one thing that caught me off guard. But after that, it was really good. And then I haven't seen the second season, but the first season was pretty good.
Pretty good. Good to the job, Mark.
So now we can move on to the movies. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, I guess I can do a couple. Alrighty then. I know you haven't seen this one. Probably haven't even heard of it.
Probably not, but I'll listen to it. And I'll
This
take your word for it, too. Okay.
It's directed by Martin Scorsese. You probably know him best for Goodfellas, The Departed, Raging Bull, stuff like that. And this is also another pairing with Robert De Niro. And this is called The King of Comedy. 1983 this came out. I just saw this not too long ago. I've heard about it for a while, wanted to see it for a while, but just picked it up. And it's Robert De Niro, and Jerry Lewis is in here. And Jerry Lewis is like a late night talk show host. And Robert De Niro is he's a little mental, a little bit, but he really wants to be a comedian. Like, that's his ultimate goal. Like, he's obsessed with being a comedian. He does skits in his house. He talks to himself about being a comedian. So basically, I'll just give you the little intro. He starts talking to Jerry Lewis. I can't tell you how, and he's begging him to get on the show. And one thing leads to another. That thing leads to another. It's just a good movie. De Niro is great in it, of course. It's Martin Scorsese, so it's gonna be good. I definitely give it a watch. I've watched it twice now.
Twice.
Good movie. Good movie.
Is that the one where he has like the red? No, wait.
Is
that the movie where like he? Oh wait! Isn't he the one where he faces like another self, like himself, really? But he's got bald head.
No.
Is he the one that kind of like talks like third, like Deadpool? At the very end of that. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
That's Ferris Bueller.
Okay.
At the end when he comes out in a robe, that's Ferris Bueller. Okay. If you heard of that movie. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Everybody knows Ferris Bueller.
I haven't heard of it until Deadpool.
All right. The next one, I'll do this one. Well, I guess we can do all mine because I'm going to be quick and then you can do yours. Okay. The next one is a Joe Dante movie, I believe. And I'm pretty sure he directed Gremlins. I could be wrong, right?
I thought Steven Spielberg.
He didn't direct it. I think he produced it. Anyways, this one came out in '89. It's Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, Corey Feldman, Bruce Dern, a couple more. I forgot the other guy. This is The Burbs. Okay.
That's a movie I wanted to see, but you were a bit OCD about certain things.
We're gonna watch it. Okay. I know it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest movie of all time. I know that, but for some reason, I can rewatch this movie over and over and over. One of my favorite Tom Hanks movies, and it's just about the suburbs. These people live in the suburbs. And something creepy is going on
in there.
In the house. Tom Hanks' neighbors. They move in. The Klopex is their name. And there's just something a little off about them. So Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, and a few more. I can't remember the other guy's name. But they lead on like an investigation. They're trying to investigate the house. See what's going on. See what's wrong with these people. It's just, I don't know, something about it feels like I just think maybe this could happen, like, in some suburb. It's sort of a comedy, yeah. No,
you know what? In truth, there have been, like, horror
can you just
stories
imagine, like
there have been real cases where stuff.
I wish my suburbs were that entertaining, but no.
Was it, like, more, like, funny?
No, I mean, you just have to watch it. It's funny and, Anyways. It's a good movie. It's Tom Hanks. Yeah, Princess Leia's in it. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Carrie Fisher. Princess Leia's in it. So, And good movie. I find it rewatchable. Okay. The next one. I can't remember who directed this one. I'm sorry. Or the next two. Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe. This is Mississippi Burning. Okay, now, nobody really talks about this movie. It was nominated for Best Picture, I'm pretty sure. Came out in '88. It takes place in 1964, Mississippi. And Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe are two FBI agents, and they're sent to Mississippi to find out what happened to two civil rights workers that
were killed, probably.
Yeah, it opens with, so it's not a spoiler. This is based on true events. Just the people were, the names have changed. And it basically it goes into the South in the 60s with racism.
I've actually heard of that, about you talk about that 6 years ago.
This movie?
Yeah, it'll be 7 by December.
Okay.
I remember him talking about this.
Good movie. Good movie. They go down there to investigate what happened to the civil rights workers. Some things, happen, and...
Oh, well, things back then were pretty crazy.
I'm not going to tell you all about it. I'm going to try and go quick here. But, great movie. Okay, the next one stars Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey.
I saw this one, I think.
Yeah, this is the one you saw. This came out in 98, I believe. And this is one of the
98
first...
or not? I think it was 93.
98.
Well, hold on.
I
mean, you say it and then I'll think about it.
It came out in 98.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't 93. Okay, anyways, it's The Negotiator.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. I think it was pretty good. It had moments where like, okay, well...
It's pretty suspenseful, some parts. It's a hostage movie. Basically...
A cop is basically framed for something that he did not do, but...
That's pretty much it.
They're dirty cops. Or
There
at least...
there is dirty cops, and, I'm not going to tell you all about it, but
I thought it was really good. I thought the actors did a really good job.
Yep. But this is one of the first serious movies I saw as a kid. Like,
serious movie?
Yeah,
I mean,
one of the first.
I did like, what's his name? The other negotiator. Well, he is the negotiator. I liked how he acted in there.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, he's good. Kevin Spacey's good, always. And the last one is a Disney movie
that I've seen a few times when I was a kid.
This is probably one of the funniest Disney movies and pretty rewatchable.
Not much people mention it.
Yeah, it doesn't get talked about that much anymore. It's The Emperor's New Groove. This came out in 2000, I believe. David Spade is the voice of the donkey. Did I just say donkey? We're not talking about Shrek! John Goodman is in here. Basically, he's an emperor. He's not a nice emperor.
No, he's a little cocky.
And he gets turned into a llama because the evil...
What's her name? Well, I mean, does she work with him?
She wants to take over.
Yeah,
she does, but she wants to take over. He gets turned into a llama. And John Goodman's character was shunned by the Emperor in the beginning because the Emperor's going to destroy his house to build a pool.
Just for him.
I believe.
Yeah.
And then later on, it turns out he ends up helping the Emperor. But anyways,
yeah, but under different circumstances.
Yeah, you'll see.
And in a sense, he pretends he won't do it, but like destroy his property, but he kind of.
Anyways, one of the funniest.
Well, you'll just see it. It's funny.
Yeah, one of the funniest Disney movies, right up there with like Lilo and Stitch. That was pretty funny too.
All right, well, I've got one movie that I think was underrated. It's also another Disney film, and it's The Rocketeer. First time I saw it was 2 years ago, and I thought it was really good. It's about... Well, it's... it kind of...
I just saw this guy on something. Anyway, keep going.
Timothy Dalton.
I know. Okay.
Okay, it starts off with these gang guys carrying some device, and the police are after them. And in the end, though, there's also a Nazi spy that's trying to look for this device, and the main guy ends up finding it. And a lot of chaos happens once he gets it. So,
2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert.
I thought it was a really good film. I think it's underrated.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton.
You don't ever hear.
Timothy Dalton's in it. I'm not really good with names, people. I'm sorry. What's her name?
Jennifer Connelly.
What's his name?
If you want to ask me, is that her name, Jennifer Connelly? I hope. Jeez.
She was in
Labyrinth.
Yeah. And who's the other guy?
I'm not sure. It says Alan Arkin's in here. I didn't know that.
That was the first time I saw him in anything.
Alan Arkin, older. Well, I guess he wouldn't be that old here.
But yeah. Huh. I think it was really good. Well, is there anything else you want to
That's
talk
all
about?
I gotta say. Dun-dun-dun.
I'm basically done.
That's all. Obviously,
Obviously, we're not going to talk about stuff that are so popular that, you know, people will know.
The most underrated movie of all time is Star Wars.
Who knows? Maybe in other countries or maybe other people that haven't heard of it.
Django. Alright, so, you didn't expect that one coming, did you?